The camera didn't care that my mascara had turned my face into a Jackson Pollock painting of grief. It just recorded, red light blinking like a mechanical heartbeat, as my entire life imploded on my living room sofa. "Say it again," I whispered, my fingers digging into the cushions. "Say it so everyone can hear." Marcus, my husband's best friend since college, looked directly into the lens, his expression a mixture of disgust and determination. "No, she didn't," he said clearly. "Olivia never slept with me. But you tried to pay me to say she did." I don't know what broke me more, the flash of defeat on my mother-in-law's face, or the trembling hand my husband Daniel pressed against his mouth. 24 hours earlier, I'd been planning our anniversary dinner. Now I was filming the public execution of a lie that had nearly destroyed everything I loved. But I'm getting ahead of myself. My name is Olivia Chin, and until yesterday morning, I thought I knew what betrayal looked like. I was wrong. Betrayal looks like your mother-in-law's perfectly applied lipstick, as she tells your husband you've been sleeping with his best friend. Betrayal has the precise diction of a woman who practiced her lines before delivering them. Betrayal wears Chanel No. 5 and calls you darling while sliding a knife between your ribs. The day started normally enough. Daniel left for work at his architectural firm with a quick kiss and his usual love you more than coffee line, our little joke since I'd once told him that was impossible. I spent the morning working on freelance graphic design projects, occasionally glancing at the calendar where I'd marked our 5th anniversary in 3 days. At noon, my phone rang. Daniel's number. "Hey you," I answered, smiling. "Missing me already?" The silence on the other end turned my blood to ice. "Daniel, I need you to tell me the truth." His voice was eerily flat, controlled in a way I'd never heard before. "Have you been sleeping with Marcus?" The question was so absurd I actually laughed. "What? No. What are you talking about?" "My mother just showed me texts. From your phone to his." "That's impossible," I said, my mind racing. "I've never." "She has screenshots. Liv. Arranging meetups when I'm working late. Talking about things you want to do to each other." "Daniel, I swear to God, those aren't real. I would never. I need time to think. Don't come home tonight." The line went dead. My hands were shaking so badly I dropped my phone. "Marcus? My husband's best friend who I barely even spoke to outside of group gatherings? The man who'd been Daniel's best man at our wedding? The same Marcus who was happily married to his husband, Trevor?" I tried calling Daniel back immediately. Straight to voicemail. I texted him. "Those messages are fake. I've never cheated on you. I love you. Please talk to me." No response. I tried Marcus next. No answer there either. Panicking, I called my best friend Sophia. "Someone's setting me up," I told her, my voice breaking. "Eleanor has always hated me, but this is insane." "Eleanor?" Sophia asked. "Your mother-in-law? The human ice sculpture. She's shown Daniel fake texts, making it look like I'm having an affair with Marcus." "Marcus? Gay Marcus?" "Exactly. It doesn't even make sense." "Jesus," Sophia whispered. "What are you going to do?" "I don't know. Daniel won't answer me. Marcus isn't answering. I feel like I'm losing my mind." "Come over," she said firmly. "Now. We'll figure this out." I drove to Sophia's apartment on autopilot, my mind spinning through possibilities. Eleanor had never approved of me, the mixed-race graphic designer who'd stolen her precious son from the society daughter she'd pre-selected. For 5 years, she'd maintained a veneer of civility, while making subtle digs about everything from my career to my cooking. But manufacturing evidence of an affair? That was a nuclear option I hadn't seen coming. At Sophia's place, we tried reaching Daniel and Marcus repeatedly. Nothing. I scrolled through my actual text history with Marcus, brief exchanges about birthday gifts for Daniel, occasional group dinner plans. Nothing remotely inappropriate. "She must have created fake screenshots," Sophia said, pacing. "But why would Daniel believe them without even asking you first?" "Because Eleanor is very convincing," I said bitterly. "And because they looked real enough to shock him." We need to find Marcus, Sophia decided. He can clear this up. We tried calling Trevor, Marcus's husband. He sounded confused, but said Marcus had gone to meet Daniel about an hour ago and hadn't returned yet. Then my phone lit up with a text from an unknown number. I know what Eleanor did. Meet me at Westside Coffee in 30 minutes. Come alone. Rebecca. Rebecca, Daniel's younger sister. The only member of his family who'd ever been genuinely kind to me. I have to go, I told Sophia, showing her the text. I'm coming with you. She said alone. Yeah, well, I say screw that. I'll sit at another table, but I'm not letting you walk into whatever this is by yourself. The coffee shop was busy when we arrived. I spotted Rebecca in the corner, her blonde hair pulled back in a messy ponytail, her fingers nervously shredding a napkin. Sophia took a seat across the room, pretending to read a menu while keeping us in her line of sight. Thank you for coming, Rebecca said as I sat down. Her eyes were red-rimmed. I'm so sorry about all of this. Do you know what's happening? I asked, leaning forward. Because I'm being accused of something I didn't do, and Daniel won't even talk to me. Rebecca took a deep breath. My mother is trying to break up your marriage. Even though I'd suspected it, hearing it stated so plainly knocked the wind out of me. Why now? After 5 years? Because of the baby? I stared at her. What baby? She went through your search history on your laptop when she was at your house last week. She saw your searches about early pregnancy symptoms and prenatal vitamins. My hand automatically went to my stomach. I'd been planning to tell Daniel on our anniversary, a surprise I'd kept even from Sophia. She went through my computer? Rebecca nodded miserably. She's always hated that Daniel married you instead of Vanessa Caldwell. The banker's daughter, I said numbly. She thinks a baby will cement your marriage forever. So she decided to act now. By making me look like I cheated? How did she even do it? She paid someone to create fake screenshots. And then, Rebecca hesitated. What? She tried to pay Marcus to say he'd been sleeping with you. I felt sick. But Marcus would never. He turned her down flat. That's why she had to use the fake texts instead. Where's Marcus now? I've been trying to reach him. That's the other reason I needed to talk to you. He and Daniel had a huge fight. Daniel accused him of betraying him, and Marcus had no idea what he was talking about at first. When he realized what was happening, he tried to tell Daniel the truth, that my mother had offered him money to lie about an affair with you. But Daniel was too angry to listen. So Daniel still thinks I cheated? My voice cracked. For now. But Marcus is determined to fix this. He's furious. I need to see Daniel, I said, standing up. I need to tell him about the baby, about everything. He's at his office, Rebecca said. But Olivia, my mother will be there too. She's not going to back down easily. I don't care. This has gone far enough. As I stood to leave, Rebecca grabbed my wrist. There's something else you should know. My mother didn't just do this because she hates you. She's in financial trouble. Deep trouble. She's been embezzling from my father's company for years, and he's starting to ask questions. If they divorce, she gets almost nothing because of the prenup. Her only security is if Daniel inherits and takes care of her. And she thinks I'll influence him not to, I realized. Exactly. She's desperate. I thanked Rebecca, collected Sophia, and explained everything on the drive to Daniel's office. That psychotic witch, Sophia fumed. Are you sure you want to confront her? We could just wait until Daniel cools down. No, I said firmly. I'm done letting her control the narrative. She's trying to destroy my marriage. She went through my personal computer. She tried to erase our baby before Daniel even knew about it. I'm not waiting anymore. The modern glass building that housed Daniel's architectural firm loomed ahead. As we parked, my phone chimed with a text from Marcus. I'm at Daniel's office. Eleanor is here too. It's getting ugly. Hurry. My heart pounding, I hurried through the lobby with Sophia close behind. The receptionist recognized me and waved us through. As we approached Daniel's office, I could hear raised voices. You're a liar, Eleanor's crisp voice rang out. You've always been jealous of Daniel's success. Now you're trying to cover for his whore of a wife. Don't you dare call her that, Marcus shot back. You tried to pay me $10,000 to say I was sleeping with her. I have the text messages you sent me. The real ones. I pushed open the door. Daniel stood behind his desk, looking shell-shocked. Eleanor, impeccable as always in a cream-colored suit, stood facing Marcus, her back to the door. Marcus saw me first, relief washing over his face. Olivia, he said. Eleanor whirled around, her perfectly composed mask slipping for just a second. What is she doing here? She hissed. Daniel, I told you not to contact her until we sorted this out. He didn't contact me, I said, stepping into the room. But unlike you, I don't go behind my husband's back. Daniel looked at me, and the pain in his eyes nearly broke me. Liv. I have never cheated on you, I said, holding his gaze. Not with Marcus, not with anyone. Your mother created fake messages because she wants to break us up. That's absurd, Eleanor scoffed. Daniel, don't listen to her. I showed you the evidence. Show him the real evidence, Marcus, I said, not breaking eye contact with Daniel. Marcus pulled out his phone and placed it on Daniel's desk. Your mother contacted me 3 days ago. She offered me money to say I was having an affair with Olivia. When I refused, she threatened to tell Trevor I was cheating anyway. I recorded our second conversation as proof. Daniel picked up the phone, his hand visibly shaking. This is ridiculous, Eleanor sputtered. It's obviously doctored. Play it, Marcus said quietly. Daniel pressed play, and Eleanor's voice filled the room. No one needs to know about our arrangement. $10,000 to say you've been sleeping with Olivia. Daniel will divorce her and everything can go back to normal. If you refuse, I'll make sure Trevor hears about your infidelity anyway. I have very convincing evidence. The color drained from Daniel's face as he looked up at his mother. Mom? For the first time, I saw Eleanor falter. Daniel, you don't understand. She's not right for you. She never was. You tried to destroy my marriage, he said slowly. You tried to pay my best friend to lie about my wife. I did it for you. Eleanor's voice rose. That girl has never been good enough. And now she's trapped you with a baby. She stopped abruptly, realizing what she'd revealed. Daniel's eyes snapped to me. Baby? I nodded, tears filling my eyes. I was going to tell you on our anniversary. I'm 6 weeks pregnant. You went through her computer? Daniel asked his mother, his voice dangerously quiet. Eleanor's composure cracked completely. Your father is going to divorce me. I'll have nothing. She'll convince you to abandon me. You did that yourself, Daniel said. He walked around his desk and took my hand. Liv, I am so sorry. I should have talked to you first. I should have trusted you. Yes, you should have, I agreed, not making it easy for him. The hurt was still too raw. Get out, Daniel told his mother, not looking at her. Get out now. Daniel, please. Now, he roared, making all of us jump. And if you ever try to hurt Olivia again, if you ever try to come between us or anywhere near our child, I will make sure you regret it for the rest of your life. Eleanor looked around the room, searching for an ally and finding none. Her perfect mask crumbled as she realized she'd lost. Without another word, she grabbed her purse and stalked out. The silence she left behind was deafening. I need all of this on record, I said finally, in case she tries anything else. Marcus nodded. I've been recording since you walked in. He held up his phone. I want more, I said, a plan forming. I want her to admit what she did on camera, where she can't deny it later. Daniel looked uncertain. She'll never agree to that. She will if she thinks it's her only way back into your good graces, Sophia said from the doorway. We tell her Daniel is willing to hear her explanation. One chance to make things right. For hours later, we were all in our living room. A camera I used for my design portfolio videos was set up discreetly. Eleanor arrived precisely on time, her armor of designer clothes and perfect makeup back in place. Daniel, she began, ignoring me completely. I'm so glad you called. I can explain everything. I'm listening, he said coldly. Those messages were real, she insisted. I was trying to protect you. Marcus is lying to cover for her. That's when Marcus stepped out from the kitchen. Eleanor hadn't known he would be there. Tell the truth for once, Eleanor, he said. Admit what you did. I don't know what you're talking about, she said, but her voice lacked conviction. We have the recording of you offering me money, Marcus reminded her. We have proof you created fake messages. This is your one chance to come clean, or Daniel will play those recordings for his father tomorrow. Eleanor's eyes widened. You wouldn't. Try me, Daniel said. I watched her calculate her options, saw the moment she realized she had no choice. Say it again, I whispered, my fingers digging into the cushions. Say it so everyone can hear. Marcus looked directly into the camera's lens. No, she didn't, he said clearly. Olivia never slept with me. But you tried to pay me to say she did. Eleanor's face contorted with rage. Fine. Yes, I tried to pay him. Because she's not good enough for you, Daniel. She never was. That girl has trapped you, and you're too blind to see it. The only trap was yours, Daniel said quietly. And you've lost. Not just me, but Dad too. I called him after you left my office. Told him everything. He's meeting with his lawyers tomorrow. Eleanor went deathly pale. You didn't. I did. Now get out of our house. Don't call. Don't visit. We're done. Daniel, please. Get out, he shouted. She looked at each of us in turn, Daniel's cold fury, Marcus's disgust, Sophia's satisfaction, and finally at me. In my eyes, she must have seen something that told her it was truly over, because she gathered her purse with trembling hands and left without another word. The door closed behind her with a final click. I stopped the recording. For a long moment, no one spoke. Then Daniel turned to me, his expression shattered. Liv, I don't know how to apologize. I should have trusted you. I should have asked you first. Yes, you should have, I agreed. I'll spend the rest of my life making it up to you, he promised. If you'll let me. I wanted to stay angry. Wanted to make him feel the pain I'd felt when he'd believed the worst about me without even giving me a chance to explain. But the truth was, I was exhausted. And beneath the hurt was the simple fact that I loved him. We have a lot to talk about, I said finally. A lot to work through. I know. Marcus and Sophia quietly excused themselves, promising to check in tomorrow. When we were alone, Daniel and I sat at opposite ends of the couch, the distance between us a physical manifestation of the damage done. Why did you believe her? I asked, the question that had been burning inside me. He stared at his hands. The messages looked so real. And he hesitated. And what? And my father cheated on my mother when I was young. With his secretary, the biggest cliché in the book. He denied it for months until the evidence was irrefutable. I guess I've always carried this fear that history would repeat itself. So you assumed I was like your father? No, he said quickly. God, no. It was like, when I saw those messages, something in me just broke. All my insecurities came rushing back. Why would someone as amazing as you stay with me? Of course you'd find someone else eventually. That's ridiculous, I said softly. You're everything I've ever wanted. I know that now, he whispered. I should have known it yesterday too. Slowly, cautiously, he reached across the couch. I hesitated, then took his hand. We're having a baby, he said, wonder filling his voice. Despite everything, I smiled. We are. I'm going to be a better husband, Liv. A better father than I had. I promise. We'll both be better, I said. More honest. More trusting. This can't ever happen again, Daniel. Next time, you come to me first. There won't be a next time, he vowed. Eleanor is out of our lives for good. Good, I said firmly. Because I want our child to grow up surrounded by love, not manipulation and lies. He moved closer, still tentative. Can I? I nodded, and he placed his hand gently on my still flat stomach. I love you, he whispered. Both of you. We love you too, I replied. but you're still in the doghouse. Big time. A ghost of a smile crossed his face. I'll take it. Whatever you need. Couples therapy, space, anything. I think therapy is a good start, I agreed. And chocolate. Lots of chocolate. Done. Later that night, as we lay in bed, not touching, but at least in the same bed, I thought about how quickly a life could unravel and how painful the process of knitting it back together would be. We had a long road ahead of us. Trust, once broken, doesn't mend overnight. But we had something Eleanor never counted on, the truth, and each other. And now, a tiny new life that would need us to be better than we'd been before. As I drifted toward sleep, I felt Daniel's hand reach for mine in the darkness. I hesitated, then took it, feeling the familiar calluses on his fingertips, the strength in his grip. I choose you, I whispered into the darkness. Every day I choose you. But you have to choose me too, Daniel. Really choose me. I do, he promised. From now on, it's you. It's us. Against everything. I believed him. Not because the words were perfect or because one day could erase the hurt, but because in his voice I heard the same determination I felt in my own heart. We'd rebuild what his mother tried to destroy, making it stronger this time. Unbreakable. Tomorrow would bring challenges, telling Daniel's father everything, dealing with the aftermath of Eleanor's schemes, preparing for our baby. But tonight, in the quiet dark of our bedroom, we'd taken the first fragile step toward healing. And sometimes, that first step is the only one that matters.